All right, everybody, welcome back, baby. Welcome back to the show. We out here doing it. And I guess they out here lying again. But hey, what are you going to do? We're going to slowly break it down. We're going to get into the old fact check. The debate is still hot, but we don't care about the debate. The real thing, I think, is between Russia and Ukraine. Supposedly, Blinken and Lloyd Austin, all these people are going to let the Ukrainians use long-range missiles to fire into Russia. That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea. We do not want World War III, people, so better start calling congressmen, start posting on the internet, because they're just going to slide it in. And we got Putin on tape talking about he will not be disrespected by the West. All Putin wants to do is be safe. He doesn't want NATO up on his borders, and that's why Ukraine was supposed to be in between. But as we know, with Ukraine, Zelensky, the 2014 election there, the CIA, they're all big into it. The biolabs, I don't know if any of it's true, but this is what the streets is talking, baby. And when you close to the streets will humble you. They will humble you. So other than that, the debate, I guess Donald Trump got Kamala all upset. She feels like she won. If anything, that debate was more of a push. Trump, I think, won because he had all the policies. He had all the sound bites. I don't know why the Dilly team and all them aren't there out doing sound bites. Does that sound familiar? What kind of gun does Kamala have? She would just make points. And that's the whole thing with the Democrats. They finally got somebody who makes sense, who can answer questions. And that's all they got. And I guess they got the apparatuses of the deep state and all that too. So we got to worry about the election on November 5th. Make sure you get out and vote. Nobody cares about Taylor Swift's endorsement. You know what I'm saying? The MTV Awards was last night and all that stuff. But I guess we're going to get in all these fact checks. And then SpaceX was opening up hatches. I so want to get into that, but I don't think we can. And then, I don't know, Laura Loomer. They're all talking about Laura Loomer. She was on the plane. And she was talking about all this. Laura Loomer is awesome. She's doing God's work, I promise you. She means well. She doesn't lie. She's tuned in. She's very tuned in. She's very smart. She's a beautiful young lady. And I don't know. I don't like the disrespect for her. I don't like the disrespect. They're just mad because she's reaching people. And the lamestream media is mad. CNN did a segment on Laura Loomer. I'm like, why is Laura Loomer getting CNN stuff? And then I saw the White House was bringing her up. So I guess we'll get into all that. But let's just start off with Trump is chicken. Trump put out the Truth Social post that, he won the fight. And the only time you want to get a rematch is when you lose the fight. And I agree with Trump. He's the champion. He knocked out Joe Biden. He went toe-to-toe with Kamala. He won. At the end of the night, Kamala didn't win nothing. She didn't win. So Trump raises the belt. The media's going to try to say she won, but she didn't have no policies. People don't even know who she is still. So at the end of the day, we're definitely winning, and we're going to stay on top. We're going to stay on top because here at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show, you got to protect yourselves. Got to protect yourselves at all times. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you kitty cats and dogs and geese. Protect them. Save the animals, And the left hates those memes going around. I don't know. If it wasn't for Elon, I don't think we could get half of this out. So Elon and that, gets nothing but respect. Because it'd be totally different. On TikTok, I put up those cats for Trump. It's deleted. TikTok's about to take my page down because I had a 9/11 photo. I think put them over the end. I had a photo of the 9/11 towers, and the first tower is already smoking. And then I had the plane coming in. It had Kamala under it to hit the second tower. So they didn't like that. But, hey, we're just out here trying to have fun, trying to wake the people up. Yesterday was 9/11. It was crazy, the different reactions that Trump and all them got. Can we play the different reactions? Check this out. This shows you why they're scared of Trump and Kamala ain't got no pool. This is from the firefighters. I guess it's their the headquarters, and they were in Pennsylvania, I guess, where the Flight 93 crashed. And this is wild. Let's just pay attention to this. Watch the different reactions. First is going to be Kamala and Biden coming in, and then the second one is going to be Trump coming in. Nothing. It's crickets.
There he is.
And here comes Trump. People love Trump. He's a people person, baby. Totally different reaction, which is well respected because Trump's out here fighting for the people. He's out here fighting for the people. And then you remember they were talking about Joe Biden put on the Trump hat, but you don't see it nowhere? I should change the thumbnail to that. Maybe with Biden putting that on or put it in the title. I don't know how any of this YouTube stuff works, so if anybody can help me out, hit that like and subscribe button, put a comment in. That's what we need around here. But other than that, we need production, get some production up. Maybe get some lighting in here. It looks a little dark. But let's play this whole Biden hat thing. I didn't think it was real. Like how John Bon Jovi saved that person from jumping off the bridge. But this is, he's in the fireplace, the same place we just showed you. But they were kidding, and he's going toe-to-toe with this old guy who's giving him hell, talking about old fart and all this stuff. Do you remember your name? This is some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a long time. Let's pull this up. And Joe Biden's pretty good. I mean, Joe Biden's way better than Camilla. I'd vote for Joe Biden over Camilla all day, like 14 million of you did. Well, let's hear this, gentlemen. This exchange is beautiful.
Trump hat, I'll give you my presidential hat. Presidential seal on it.
You want to autograph it?
Oh, sure, I'll autograph it.
Huh?
Yeah.
You remember your name?
I don't remember my name. I'm slow.
You're an old part. You're an old part.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
And you're an old part, right?
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm a young timer.
He reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm the only one.
There you go, man. I need that hat.
Want my autograph?
Hell no.
You know mine.
Killer, baby. He's still a killer.
Come on.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah, you said you would do a selfie. There he goes.
Look at that. That's an endorsement right there if I've ever seen one. So Biden still has it. He has his good days and his bad days. That type of exchange Kamala Harris would kill for. That's what made Joe Biden a good politician. He'd come out there and he gave you this clickbait. I mean, that's vintage. That's vintage Joe Biden. Even though he was trash, he sold the country out. Probably treason, they would say in some places where he was selling, his stuff. He had top secret documents and all that. But this exchange right here is like, oh, I love Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? So this is the stuff they try to trick you with, all this stuff. Like, oh, well, look at this exchange here. Don't worry about, Joe Biden got money from China, from Russia, and every other place under the sea. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do to us. They're going to try to trick us, and they're going to try to think that, the American people are dumb. But we're going to get out and vote. November 5th, we got to get out and vote. We're going to vote for Trump because Kamala Harris, Camilla Harris, Mamala, she's no good. She's no good. And I can prove it here with the fact checks and how they came against Trump. Like, basically, they were cutting off Trump. They didn't cut Kamala off. They didn't lie about none of the stuff. So let's play this little compilation of the lies that the left won't talk about. Just like today, watched a little bit of news, and there's no highlights really from the debate. It's just Kamala did so good because they don't want you to rehear it and see like she's doing this and giggling and writing stuff down. She's doing nothing. She was well rehearsed. She had the questions. Everything was in her favor, and she couldn't pull it out. She dodged a lot of questions, left and right, and the media just, the commentators, the moderators, whatever you want to call them, didn't give her nothing. But they gave Trump hell. So let's play this compilation, and we can see for ourselves.
born, and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
If I hear you bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed. You repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide.
Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But Vice
Excuse me,
President
the
Harris,
FBI they were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It's got to be smart. We got to do it the right way.
Do you believe in the mandatory buyback of quote-unquote assault weapons?
I do believe that we need to do buyback. Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
And you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she won.
Where do you stand on defund the police?
Look, right. So here's the thing. Defund the police. The issue behind it is that we need to reimagine how we are creating safety. And when you have many cities that have 1/3 of their entire city budget focused on policing, we know that is not the smart way and the best way or the right way to achieve safety. For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong. And then also, again, what we need to do about demilitarizing our schools and taking police officers out of schools.
On that point, Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected.
Yeah, see? So there you go. You prove none of that was fact-checked. Trump had to fact-check his own stuff. So this is where we're at. This is what I'm talking about. This is where we're at. It's just... we're slowly getting the power back. They don't know what to do. They're panicking. That's why they had the debate and then Taylor Swift. Bam. By the way, why wouldn't they save the Taylor Swift stuff? Why would they pile on right then and there? Because they were in full-blown panic. Taylor Swift would have been great. October 1st would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Might have got a little push. Because now that's out the way. Who are they going to get next? That was their big thing. Taylor Swift. Who's Taylor Swift? Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? It's Taylor Swift. At the end of the day, I think 75% of Americans are like, what? Taylor Swift? Nobody cares. But what we do care about is staying alive and not getting radiation poison or not being evaporated by these crazy bombs they have now. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly they got lasers in space, energy direct weapons. We don't want none of that. But supposedly they're going to allow Ukraine's trying to push for long range weapons so they can fire into Russia. And we don't hear no stuff about that. You hear more stuff about the Israel-Palestinian war where Israel is just carpet bombing the Palestinians out of existence, it looks like, if you watch the videos. But you don't hear anything much about Ukraine, Russia no more, because Russia's just slowly moving along. And like you heard a story, like I think last week, how Ukraine was in Russia territory, but it's like in some deep woods in the middle of nowhere. So none of it makes sense, but I guess they want to approve long-range weapons to Russia, which is going to be a huge mistake because Vladimir Putin is not going to put up with that. He's not going to put up with that. He's going to defend his people to the death. And here he is right here talking about it. We'll play some of this, but it's in Russia and it's translated in subtitles. So this is the biggest concern. And Trump's right. World War III, talked about it in a debate, Kamala did.
Муссируется тема о том, что киевский режим сможет наносить удар в территорию России западными вооружениями большой дальности. И, судя по всему, это решение либо вот-вот будет принято, либо, судя по всему, вообще уже принято. И эта вещь, конечно, экстраординарная. Хотелось попросить прокомментировать то, что происходит.
Происходит попытка подмены понятий, потому что речь не идет о разрешении или запрете киевскому режиму наносить удары по российской территории. Он и так наносит с помощью беспилотных летательных аппаратов и другими средствами. Но когда речь идет об использовании высокоточного оружия большой дальности западного производства, это совершенно другая история. Дело в том, что я уже об этом говорил, и любые эксперты это подтвердят, и у нас, и на Западе, наносить удары современными высокоточными системами большой дальности западного производства украинская армия не в состоянии. Она не может этого делать. Это возможно только с использованием разведданных со спутников, которыми Украина не располагает. Это данные только со спутников или Евросоюза, либо на Соединенных Штатах, в общем, с натовских спутников. Это первое. Второе, и очень важное, может быть, ключевое, заключается в том, что полетные задания в эти ракетные системы могут, по сути, вносить только военнослужащие стран НАТО. Украинские военнослужащие делать это не могут.
Yeah, that's Putin basically trying to tell you that Ukraine cannot operate these systems because they're too stupid. And he knows it's going to be NATO people using that equipment. So it's not good. It's not good at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they're flipping out more over Loomer than they are trying to add long-range missiles to Russia and smoke them. So I don't know. It worries me around here. It worries me around here that America is just slowly walking into the swamp, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be all swampy. We're going to be swamp creatures, I guess. Maybe I'll be a robot polisher. You know what I'm saying? I'll just polish their robots all day. I don't know. I don't know what they're looking for or how they're trying to end this, but they don't want to try to better Americans. You know what I'm saying? They're all about war. They're all about taking our money. They don't want to give us no money back, no nothing. They feed us all this bullshit, processed foods. They lie. They assassinate people. Like the whole Trump assassination. You don't hear nothing. When that school shooter just happened, they had pictures of him, videos of him, his websites, all that stuff. He happened to be a transformer, so it all went away. And the last 6 of the last 7 of those have all been transformers. So they're taking it all away. You know what I'm saying? They're taking all that out the scene. And you don't hear nothing about the Trump assassination. The Secret Service, it's got to be a cover-up. There's no pictures of it, no family, no nothing, no trial dates, no nothing. No interviewing of neighbors, no kids at school. Dead silence. Dead silence. But hey, here we're going to try to uncover stuff, and we're going to keep on pushing along because that's what we do here at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show. You're in the jungle. You got to stay alive at all times. That's the rule. Stay alive. Stay alive by any means necessary. And I guess we're going to get on out of here. We're going to get on out of here. Make sure you like and sub up, you son of a bitches. Like and sub up. If you don't like and sub up, then you're a loser. You're a loser. Like and sub up, people. It's peace and love. I'll see you all later, baby. It's peace and chicken grease, and I'm out of here. Peace and love. God loves you. See you all tomorrow, baby.